Good evening, Zambia. Good evening, Sichava. Mutozi chwangi, amufite. Molivi habuti, mwaikarashani. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Good to see you. Long time. Long time, guys. Follow, like, share, comments below. I'm happy to see when you comment where you're watching me from. I'm always happy to see that. So comment below, guys. Tell me where you're watching. Oh, Kennedy. Hi, Kennedy, my son. Milna Beswell, I see you. Gift Mwewa, I see you. From Kabwe, from Turkey. Kennedy, appreciate the phone call. It was really nice chatting with you. Guys, welcome. Share. Welcome all new members. This is Queen Pumi here. Queen Pumi in the Biu. Zain, I see you. Thank you for watching. Lena Korn, Nachone, hello. Tell me, guys, where you're watching me from. Yes. Tell me where you're watching me from. I'm always happy to see your location. Then I get excited to see where you're watching me from, guys. Then I know that you're together and you are following. This platform is an interactive platform. Yes. Fulamunta Sachmans from Livingston, Miriam Isaac, I see you. Comments where you're watching us from, guys. This platform is interactive, meaning we want you to join. Later, it is open. People's TV, power to the people. This is a show for the people. We bring up topics, and after we put in how we feel, you can join the platform and share your comments as well. This is a people's show, guys. It's not all about what I feel. This is a platform for all of us to express our feelings about what is happening in our country. Janet, I see you. Chisha from Kapiri. Avena Kapiri Munchende. Kabanana Munchende. Muila, my son. From Lusaka, I see you. Avena Lusaka Munchende. Na wafika kale kale. Follow, like, share, guys. This is your show. This is your show. If you have something to say, you have an opportunity, we're going to hand over. We will let you in. When you come in, you just contribute 3 minutes in and out. Yes, guys, because we want to be hearing news from the grassroots, from the ground. Yes, Zambia is connected. This is a global platform. Greetings to you from your location, from your time zone. From me here, it's morning. Mary Chansa, how are you? Welcome, guys. Sydney Chibwe. Share, guys. Follow, like, share. I'm asking you to share at least 5 people. If you share with 5 people, that's a lot, guys. This is a platform. We are talking current affairs. We are talking what is currently happening in our communities. Mary Mwaba from Kitwe, Abena Kitwe, Northwestern Solwezi, Luapula. Yes, so we have Lusaka, we have Luapula, we have Copper Belt. I'm waiting for Western Province. Share somebody in Western Province. Na Abena Katete. We need Abena Katete in the house. Jafet Kabanana, I see you. Miriam, where are you? Luapula Province, yes. Abena Luapula, share with the people in Luapula. Chibwela, yes, good work. Thank you. Good work too for joining in and participating. The other video we have is almost going to 60,000 views. And it's all because of your participation, guys. So welcome. Chongwe, I see you. We are waiting from Ubena Kwahaye. I'm not seeing anyone from Western Province. I'm not seeing anyone from Eastern Province. We need Eastern Province in the house. We need Abena Katete. We are going to talk about Abena Katete. What happened in Katete? Welcome, guys. Queen Pumi here. Waiting for my mother is just joining me, guys. Welcome. We have 3 main topics today. So if we let you in, you put in your comments, 2-3 minutes, you contribute, and then we move on. Yes. Our mother is in the house. She was sick. Welcome, Queen Mother. Welcome. How are you feeling, Mama?
Awe kwena ubushku walelo ndikofye bwino nimufako bwino sana
Awe.
walanda mkwaiba kumi
Mkwai. Luitumezi sha.
Na ufa naona muama.
Na totela. Luitumezi
Na muama. Elo inende moneka kote onabuta mwingine.
I am wearing a bubu today. Nifuluka ku Zambia. Ndimune bubu. Namulwala, you be okay, Mama. Guys, I'm wearing a bubu. Zambia, Africa. Na totela mkwai. Representing Zambia. Welcome, guys. To the Nelia Shilelo, we are happy. Our mother is recovering. She's on the mend. Thank you for all the prayers. Topics today is KATETE, land issues, and the cyberbullying. And to get started, I know there are a lot of new followers on the page, so I'm going to introduce myself. First of all, I'm welcoming all new followers. Welcome. Mama's page and my page, they are growing. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you for sharing. Yes, continue sharing. This is a people's page, a people's show. We'll always be here. We talk about topics and then we'll open the floor after we talk. So welcome. If you are new to the page, I will do a brief introduction about myself. My name is Pumulos Tumbeko. I am a certified human rights consultant with the United States Institute of Diplomacy in Human Rights here in Washington, D.C. And I campaigned heavily for UPND because I wanted change. I wanted a better Zambia. I have never been a member of PF. I have never been a member of PF, so stop labeling me PF. Then 2, I have never been a member of your PND. I supported our president, HH, because we share the same passion. That's it. So guys, that is me, summary, what I'm doing here. I'm a human rights advocate, basically for human rights, good governance, checks and balances to ensure that we have a better Zambia. That's why we are doing this. This is a non-partisan platform. We campaigned to change government. And now that we are speaking against the wrong that is happening, we are being misunderstood. So the first thing I'll talk about is cyberbullying. So we are being cyberbullied on this page. People are coming to our inboxes and cyberbullying us and accusing us that we are insulting HH for speaking for Zambians. I am not a Tuliemo. My time here is 100% charity work. It's voluntary work. My work on this page, on Queen Pumi Show, what motivated me to get certified as a human rights consultant is to see that Zambians' rights are being abused. So I took it upon myself to get certified as a human rights consultant. And guys, that organization, I've pinned it on my page. It's a global organization. Yes, the organization is global. Anyone can get certified. Now, I have some people telling me, asking me, they think I bought my certification or I am just putting up a show. I've been paid by PF. I want to let you know that I have had no interaction from any PF member at all. I've never been PF. And for me, the lives of Zambians are more important to me than any penny, any piece of shekel, any silver or gold. Has no value to me compared to the suffering Zambians there, the vulnerable there, the disabled there. When we are here talking to say, minimum is 200 kwacha, you are telling us, you have to work hard. Yes, But are you thinking of the homeless, the orphans in the street? Are you thinking of the retiree who is getting 200 kwacha a month to survive? The retirees are getting 200 kwacha a month to survive. So they buy a bag of meal at 150 or 160 or 138. How do they survive the rest of the year? So this is what we are saying to say, New Dawn, you came on a promise of improving the lives of Zambians. We are here, we'll be talking. I'm a human rights activist. I am certified, so I am fully legal. My information is in the database here in the United States and all around the world. I'm not just here to create a name for myself or for clicks. And I tell you that my page is not about clicks or popularity. My page is about people who have a passion to take Zambians out of poverty. Zambia is a rich country. We cannot have our people living under $2 a day in a very rich country, which is overflowing with milk and honey. And we have a bad policies of giving the tax, tax holiday to minors, while we have our retirees getting 200 kwacha a month. We have orphans stripping in the streets. We have failed to procure fertilizer. We have failed to procure medications from the hospital, for all hospitals. So guys, we'll be here, we'll be talking. Some of us, there is nothing, we are not scared of anything. Eh? If you think you can intimidate me, especially there are some people who are here in the United States, they want to intimidate me or threaten me. I am just telling you that if you're in the United States and you are threatening a woman, I'm sorry, you are, they don't tabangale fyo. Ama politics ya tulie mu America, elo kuli na mayo. Nga wapene na fe kuli na mayo. Actually, it's a battle between Ubuteko and you. If I report that person, those people who are threatening me here to say they are harassing me and cyberbullying me on a cyberspace, they will ruin their lives to a point where they cannot even find a job in America. He was harassing a woman on social media. And I am not only a woman, I am a human rights advocate. Orphans. I'm impofu. Impofu shaikala fekula lomba mu street. Do you think of impofu? Can you tell impofu waberega wadia? Ichilema, can you tell Ichilema waberega wadia? And when we talk here at Mulemubali Mitane Nchito, hello, do I look like I need a job? How many times am I going to tell you that I'm semi-retired? And this GRZ, they owe me my pension, which is one of their promises. They were saying to say, vote for us, campaign for us, we'll pay all pensioners. They still haven't paid my money. So how can I be cheerleading wrong things? I'm a human rights activist. I am supposed to speak for the voiceless. So I am just warning you. Cyberbullying ipelele kukwine ku Zambia opo muteba chiriye mona kumaka police konse kubalisha mo judiciary ipelele okukwine. Do not bring tuliemo to me here in the United States, and you are in the United States, because if I report you, you are finished. You will be finished before you know it. You will bring problems to your wife, your children, and yourself. So guys, if you are a Tudiemo, practice Tudiemo ku Zambia, not kuno kwa America. Ine kunonga wandetera amano ya Tudiemo kulantukana pa Facebook. You are in America, you will see what happened. Ukamona kwa watolo katushi wa kuloa. Because in America, they don't play those games of threatening women, especially a woman who is an activist fighting for orphans and widows. Disabled people right now, what are they eating? There are people sleeping in the streets. Abantu baleba poka none. Land. People, their land is being taken over and thrown out to be destitute. Tulande coffee at your PF when I have never been PF. So that is that, guys. So welcome. So those are the topics. But before I get to the topics, that was just on cyberbullying, because they are bullying me already. Anyone who talks about bad governance of this party, they are saying we are being paid by PF. I'm just saying, bully the people in Zambia. Because if you bully me here in the United States, and if you are in the United States, if I report you, you are finished. My certificate, that one, that's why I even posted my certificate on my page, to show you that whatever I'm doing is legitimate. Not I'm a certificate or leakage. I cannot claim what I am, what I'm not. I cannot claim what I'm not. So the topics today, guys, get ready. I'll just go through the topics, and then when we let you in, we'll have 5 minutes, actually 2 to 3 minutes, because a lot of people want to come in. You have 2 to 3 minutes to share your view. So the topics today are the KATETE land issues, cyberbullying. I've talked about it. So for the KATETE issue, we are going to refer to Human Rights Article number 3, which is right to life. Everyone has a right to life, liberty, and security of a person, meaning police officers have a right to life. There is no way you can attack police officers. We are condemning that. You know, the villagers in KATETE, they should have found a better way to handle that situation. But again, it boils down to, you know, we don't really know the story, but it boils down to the fact that the police had arrested some murder suspects and they released them. So it boils down to the fact we talk about corruption all the time in these police stations. So it will reach a point where people get fed up. They're saying, I'm a policy, alafuma. Some of the things we are talking about is the breakdown of rule of law. The police is not enforcing their mandates. So that's number 3 for the KATETE. And then land issues. Land issues, we are going to human rights number 17. So guys, human rights number 17 is right to own things. Everyone has a right to own property alone, as well as in an association with others. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his property. So we are talking about a right to own things because there is a land issue problem. A lot of people, they are complaining, especially we have received voice notes from in Kitwe, especially and in Dola, where they are selling, the city council is demarcating like 200 acres of villagers who have been there in that area in Mufuchani. They have taken away the land from the villagers and, you know, just telling them to move without any alternative where they should relocate to. We are saying, as a human rights advocate, everyone has a right to own property, to own things. We know that, for example, every piece of land is owned by the government. So if the government wants to develop a certain area, then if there are sitting tenants who have been there, who have inherited the land from their ancestors, they should be compensated. They usually, like in the Western countries, they are given a hefty amount of money for the loss of their land so that they can use that money to buy other pieces of land. So that's it, guys. This is our discussion. I'm going to let our speakers in, Mama and Nick. Yes. So follow, guys. Share. Follow, like, share. We are here. We are talking. Mama, I am done.
Na totela sana mkwai, na totela mwapoleni bonse na miposha mushta ya chungulo kwena amashimina lako atokulanda po yakutila lero ningufako bwino nate mwoku mimona nali mifuruka mwe bana bonse nali furuka na bakwini mpumi na furuka na mama matipa mwashibuke ichungulo po mkwai ndemuna patile mo muri kuya
Endita mkwai chungule po mkwai Mama Maria. I hope you are feeling better.
Awe lelo ni mpola kwena ndise bwino nichisiye kwena chaba ka voice takala bwela bwino na tumfa mkwai ili ashibata mpila po bakwini mpumi ili akutila twalalanda pali katete issue ya polisi kulia ku katete bapumile bakapokola emintu kushanda bafulwa n'okwima. Ero kabiri twalalanda na pali land issue ichulira abantu. Ero kabiri baeba okutira twalalanda na pali cyberbullying. Nechalenga okutira balete issue ya cyberbullying balete omulandu wakutira twenga milondolero okutira ifwe bali pano wonse teifwe batuliemo. Iwe tuliemo weulemo n'okutira nga twaisa pa media twaisa mukusambilisha bali abantu abashayishi b'ensambu shabo nishina batulishamo apapa fora yabakwini mpumi pali bana ba PF nga balilanda kali okutira twalimilishamo imwereke nicho nomba bakwini mpumi balanda okutira ine neka kwini mpumi te ine tuliemo echofile waishwa icho njimine okutira nilalanda andila kwa bena Zambia mulandu wakutira nimbo n'okutira abalanda impofu ba disabled namo n'okutira abalanda tabakwecho wakubalandirako ero ine nalisambirira human rights y'abantu nshateke sambiliro lyandi munganda iyo ufili okulilanda okutira abantu bonse beshi okutira bali kwate ensambu yakwate fyakulya kwate fyakufwala kwata pa kwikala no kwata land muchalo chabo mu bafyalirwa kashimira ndu baeba bakwini mpumi etisha imi antirire ufuile natwalirira ukulasosa n'abantu kanshi iwe tuliemo we ulemo n'okutira bakwini mpumi nga baisapa nishinawo balishamo kuli ba PF bakwini mpumi bakana kabiri bakola na palulimi ukutira n'abakwata fe mu pashule basosho okutira bengemini nako abalanda muchalo chesu cha Zambia abo abashikweta bakubalandira so umfikishepo wikele iwole bengira mu inbox ukulaba shauta n'okulaba eba amashuyambi ero balanda okutira ifine basambirira iskulu ya human rights nga watu walira ukulanda balina okukuchita ekintu kyalubano kafulwa n'okuseka kanshi ayo emashui ayalanda bakwini mpumi na pali ichi batupela nama human rights na baberenga okutira ifikonkwa pali fyonse na bakwata balakwata okutatawira so kanshi na ifwe bene bonse ifwe nga ine mama chikamoneka na ine te ine tuliemo palwandi ine ndali akatapa na kalupango na chibwagwa na alia na sotno wali te ine tuliemo so nga ndelanda social media na ine wine nishindelandira balanda pantu ne usangwa na balanda ni nebo newa bapa grassroots kumona balanda efyo balechula ni nebo abantu balechula iwaputi tuliemo iwole ikutano kubyolole byola era waisamo n'abantu abadelandira abalanda babona kwatta bakwete mano so batata tefo baputi era tefo batuliemo imwani mwa baputi ni mwa batuliemo ifwe tatu mabuti gaza wakatwalamo kuputisha ati batupele awe ifwe turayibombera kwena apo na perela apo pele bamayo bamatipana okuti bayipokolola bali balanda tifo batuliemo emkwa bakwini mpumi.
So before Anik, before you come, I just want to say that you know, they are using HH's name. A lot of people, whatever you say, they are quick to say that we are insulting HH. How can we insult HH who believes in human rights? You people, if you want a job, just say, I can just advise you to say, start campaigning for the good things that this new Dawn government is doing. Instead of being a cadre, HH refused cadreism. But some of you want to make a good name in UPND, you have taken it upon yourself and start bullying people. Fimbo Poke, calling people never PF, and every time you say something, they label you to say you have insulted HH. I cannot insult HH. HH and I, we share the same vision and passion. HH believes in human rights. But HH cannot fight the conmen in Zambia alone. He's surrounded by conmen. So stop, you know, every time you say something, if you have insulted HH, no. If you want HH to notice you, write directly to HH and say, HH, I need a job. Don't make a name for yourself by accusing people. HH. No. Stop it. You cannot be doing that. A grown man. Like you are just the
tabayasukira
I think it's
ababemba bakwata ekibembe ekyo balanda bakwini mpumi ati imbira ya mushu yasukira litambula mputi so wika bwekeshapo tata ukabetambula mputi ili ashiryansaka musenda chikuba nga wasanga abantu baleso salekosi iwe nga walasenda nisho walasaluke chiwerewere fibembe efyo ndera ndashire tukana kaye mu dictionary yababembe walafisanga so bakwini mpumi balanda ati mule kitafye uwalanda efisuma no ulefa yechalo chikontoloke mwala mufika tini PF nomba nishino mwala fika abantu bonse tini ba PF nishichalo chile yakwi umlandu wako akati ube butilinga umlandu wabunangani tulie momboko ya twali den bakwini mpumi.
Now, Mama Nick, you can continue.
Thank you, lovely ladies. It's good to be on this program again, as usual. I found the program had already started. Sorry, I had some visitors. But I agree with you totally in cyberbullying. I would like to marry it to Facebook bullying. Again, that's why I say sometimes it's Facebook has it's good and it's bad. But right now in Zambia, Facebook is being abused literally, you know. Every time someone complains, they are labeled PF. If you're not the last time, I said there were 10 candidates on that ballot box. What makes you think I voted PF? What makes you think that? Why all the time, Kashinga Walandako, you are always labeled that? You know? We are all Zambians. We all deserve better services in this country. You know, songa tulelandako the voiceless who cannot afford to buy bundles and come and listen to what we talk about, you know. And so, and also I want to say no president employs the entire nation at all, at all. Be it in America, no president will employ the entire nation. He or she will only make it possible that his people live better lives through good policies, you know. And we are the people around that can advise that we need good policies, or if people are suffering, we can advise even through this fora, you know, because believe you me, you may think that the people there in the hierarchy, they don't listen. One day they will just stumble across this video and they will listen. And what we are saying will be carried along and will be implemented, you know, to say these women complain about ABC. We don't complain because we want something, Queen Mpumi. I'm sure you live a very, yes, Queen Mpumi.
So something you just said, Apopene, you say that these things we say here, they listen because you know what? Last week, in the last few days, the president himself said we need to update our curriculum. But HH, he made a statement to say we need to update our curriculum. And we always talk about that on this platform. So where do you think he had it from? You can continue, Mama.
Yeah, so they listen and balatola mofimo, which they implement, you know. As I keep on saying, a voice of the person is the most powerful tool he or she can have. And Queen Mpumi, Mama Maria, I cannot say you and I and all, we are sleeping outside. No, we are not sleeping outside. But the same people who want to insult us are the ones who are really, really going through difficult times. As you said the last time, Queen Mpumi, your phone is full with people asking for services. you know. But they have no shame to accuse you of so many things. At the end of the day, they are the beggars. You understand? So humble yourself. If you want to beg, support the person's program, because they are talking for the masses. So this bullying should really finish. Elo ekiwemba kyatira ati mwamina bantu tanaka. You know, it's simple. He or she who guides people doesn't tire. You know, he or she will continue talking regardless of people talking. I remember Chiruba saying, it's true. I told Mama Maria the last time she was on a program, I think it was a Saturday when I joined her. You know, there were so many people who were disrespecting through insults. I told my dear sister, I said, my sister, don't worry. The good thing is, instead, you know, if you insult me and then I become a leper, then I would get worried. But you insult me and I'm still shining and glowing, you know, I'll continue, you know. So just shame on them, you know. And then you say no, you are disgruntled because you were not appreciated, you were not picked. No, you can't pick the whole country. You cannot, you know. So that's my contribution.
Thank you. I know. So, Aisha Mama, welcome viewers, welcome. It's a happy day. We are happy, guys. So we are saying we are being labeled there. Mulet cover HH. Mwamona. Mulet ngamalanda kofiachi what cover HH. You people, if you want HH to notice, you go and start a platform and talk about advocating for him. If our job is to fight for the vulnerable, the marginalized, then it's not why it pay. So, cyberbullying, muleke, Elona, last words on this, don't say that one yebedi. Because some of you muri mu US muno. Elonga to amta reporti. Chikanira ndubui. Yes, Mama, go ahead.
Kulanda kofi amashwaya nono. Ababeni abalemi konka abalemi ebati yo tuliemo walefa position. First before tabalalande efyo bale yamma comments bakaisanga fyati bali beke bali against. Abantu bonse bataba against. Na papeni abantu bale ni say encourage atawo not kuleka kwini mpumi. Ngamwaya muma comments. Abantu bale ni say encourage. Which means abo bantu kukola bakofye. Twila posa ne shtokulanda pali abo tienti tampe topic.
But you know, it's important we talk about it because we are being politically targeted. Mwamona, we are being politically targeted. That's why you see there's a lot of arrests. Anyone who's speaking about what is going on, they are being arrested. So we are saying, what country is this? We don't want to be politically targeted for speaking for the poor. It's wrong. We have a freedom of speech in Zambia. Zambia is a democracy. Stop politically targeting people. And they are creating a situation where they are making the police look like we are criminals. The next thing, the police will be at your door, Mama, or Anik. Because they are creating you to be political, whatever. Security risk. What security risk? When you are saying deliver your campaign promise, from there we have a political risk, national risk, because they are using their voice. Some of these people, they have got large followers, they are deep in the party, right? So all these people, they are following them by Zikta, by Tushushu, by UPND, by OP, by President. Bazambe police once baleba konka pama page yabo. Elonga ambo kulanda pali mama chika moneka balemona. The next thing they will send the cops to you by mama chika moneka as you are a national risk.
And that's why we are refusing to say Zambia is a democracy. Do not politicize a human rights. If you fail to deliver, don't say we are insulting you. We are calling you out. We are calling you out, and we will not sleep. That walale. We are not going to sleep until a month before election for us to start talking, as it has been in the past. This time by UPND, because we have 60 years of independence, and for nothing to show. For nothing to show. To the no pin and P. Mama, you can come in.
And I want to say also that practice what you promised the people. Kanshi, these days, you know, we have freedom of association. I was sad to see Bahari Kalababaya Kalurushi. He was seated with 10 people, Munganda, having lunch. Next, the police were outside to say they want them to come to pick him up. I said, what is that?
Yes.
Queen Mpumi, another story I heard, Mwanaseka. A friend of mine was having a wedding meeting for her daughter, and one of the attendees was a president of a political party. The police went there, Munomwine Mulusaka went there and said, Munganda, there were 15 people. At what is going on in here? Can you escort us to the police? Where are we going to in this country? So there is no freedom of association. You know, the police sometimes also they act to try and please the master. Maybe if I become a good prefect, I will be recognized and I will be promoted. It is wrong. It is wrong. Thank you.
Go ahead, my brother. Moiseni.
I'm Kai. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having, thanks for coming. I see your comments and thank you for the support.
Amen, amen. I think last time we talked is the time I was on the ground campaigning for HH. Huh?
Yes, Kale. Oh,
yeah,
my
when
goodness.
that young man I've heard he has been suspended.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Matomola,
I
yes. He's almost a
yeah.
destitute. It's so sad.
Yeah, I think the first thing I can just say, my regret for me and my family is voting for UPND. When we are thinking things are going to be okay, they don't think about that. I remember that time we talked about shortage of medicine and everything in hospitals during the PF regime. But when we came to UPND, now it's worse. People have been fixed, starting from health-wise. And it's my regret, and I cannot even hide that. I'm regretting. Even telling the children to say, let us wake up or go and vote Pazamtel 03, so that we'll be on the first Virama vote. Yeah, so what we can just say, at the moment, the country seems it's not okay. Yeah, I'll start with people also who are called praise singers. One of them, that man in America, the one who commented the rubbish on your page today. Yeah, is it Machete or whatever, that lost man? Because when you follow him, if anyone comments anything against HH, you're going to find that he's going to be emotional, even insulting there. That is the way he is. So by the end of the day, it's a regret having people in society who are supporting like that. Because at the moment, Zambia, we are not at peace. We are even scaling to say, what are we going to do? They have been talking about investors. You go there to say, okay, I invite 1 or 2 people who wants to come to Zambia. The first thing they'll ask you to say, present their bank statements and everything. and that bank statement should have about $250,000. So now, if you're inviting a person to come, you have presented your own things to say, okay, this person, once he comes here, is not going to be desperate. But when you go there at the immigration headquarters, what is happening? They will tell you something which you cannot even tell a person who is coming to say, oh, present your bank statement here. Because nowadays, those people mostly we meet on the social medias. We meet sometimes, we continue talking just on forum, on internet. So when they want to come, you book everything for them to say, okay, you come and see where I'm operating from. You just come and visit. If you are going to be happy, and then you can invest. And those people, they are up to say they can invest. But let us come there so that we see. But by the end of the day, you cannot be allowed. But they are busy singing that song to say, oh, bring the investors so that you can partner with. How are we going to partner? They are fixing us as people with small businesses who are being fixed ups and downs. We have got nowhere to lean on. Our businesses have gone down. ZRA broke our accounts, starting us who are dealing in clearing and forwarding industry. Right now, as I'm telling you, the accounts are blocked, starting from PF government because we supported the UPND. The UPND comes in power. Instead of addressing that, they are still investigating for 1 year. We try to go on the ground, trying to push to say, try to unlock our accounts so that we can start operations. It's just a bird which is singing. We are not allowed to do that. So on my area, I'm just saying, I think my regret is voting for UPND because our hopes have been turned down. Our hopes, we were thinking maybe things will be okay, but at the moment is when things are getting worse and worse. When you try to talk about it, you should just appreciate. Because if you say anything to say, this is like this, they will rise. At the moment, even at the media, you have seen even the country is divided. I don't even know if you are observing this. People who are supporting HH right now, even in my comments, you're going to see they are only from Southern and the other part, but they are not observing that. You are going to understand to say this is what is happening. Last time I was in Mansa and the Northern Province, I came to find out to say, even people changed, they don't want even to hear that word. They can even beat you. But they are busy praising themselves, fooling the president, just like that, as if on the ground it's okay. I think now, but days are numbered. They should just understand to say, oh, so we are there. Yes, madam, you can.
Yes, so thank you for your contribution. I just want to comment on what you have said. A lot of people regret. A young lady, she inboxed me to say she was doing very well in a certain town, but because of supporting UPND, she was transferred to rural Zambia. She said she was in some city on the Copper Belt. She has two shops and she was doing really well. And under PF, because of supporting for UPND, she was transferred to rural Zambia. Matomola himself is a good example. Matomola had a private school right there in Mississippi. So that school was closed by PF. Where is Matomola today? He's destitute. Yourself, your account is locked. Mama there, she had a tailoring shop. It was locked and it was operation. And the PF destroyed her business. Up to now, her business is not back up. So when we talk we are PF, you people you are fooling yourselves because the president he's aware. And the president is a man of his wise. He is reading everything. He knows the mood. And he knows you are bootlicking him. He knows. You are not fooling the president. You are fooling yourselves. Because the president knows. We love the president, yes. That's why 2.8 million voted for him to save Zambia. But again, it's this same crap we wanted to get rid of. You are supporting it. If you want to chitefo twakene at you are a PF, wale for enchito, walikwato mungulu.
The way you worked tirelessly, and then that hurts me. You know, because every day, sometimes sleeping at midnight, just trying to advocate and campaigning for UPND. And that black man who is like me is starting saying something rubbish like that to say, and commenting very straight to say, we know you are PF.
Let me not even go to Kapan, because the job I did for this UPND cannot compare to him. We were on the top 1% on social media to deliver this election. And I haven't received not even a thank you inbox from any UPND representative. Yes, Mama.
Mama Pumi, I also want to add something that is very, very cardinal for this country. Right now, there is a lot of hatred and division in the country. There's a lot of hatred, and I think it is the responsibility of the president to come and stand and man up and say to the Zambians, Zambia, I want you people to unite. Even the people that didn't vote for me, I am still your president. I am your president. The president should come up and say to the praise singers, stop it, stop it. This Fimba Upoke, I want it to be banned in the entire country.
Yes.
Because it has brought so much division in the country. In fact, if you are overpraised by a leader, just know that things are not okay. Things are not okay. Let people watch you to work, and at the end of your term, they must clap for you. You understand? So he needs to come up and tell the Zambian people, even if you didn't vote for me, I will work for you. I will implement policies that will benefit everybody. Because at the end of the day, even those who didn't vote for him, if he succeeds in his term, they may even end up changing their mind and voting for him. Instead of the 2.8 he got, he will probably now get 10 point something. Thank you, Queen Pum.
You are right. And just to add on that, the sad part is one of the things, the main thing which made PF leave was cadarism. Now, PF have respected the rule of law. Immediately they lost this election, they have retreated. PF and their cadres, they have retreated. Now, these same people who were saying we don't want cadarism, ever the forefront being cadres, social media bullies. Shame on you by UPND, by praise singer. Shame on you. So how do you expect Zambians to accept your praise singing when the whole Zambia just stood up and voted against cadarism? Now you have even brought another form of cadarism, which is even worse. Because you call yourselves the praise singers, which is idolism. You are idolizing the president. It's a sin. We only have one God. Shame on you, by praise singer. Shame on you. Because the Amazon right can cadarism. But in more than 200 kwacha, shan you want for yenchito. Do I not I've been a GRS employee, I'm retired. Some of us, Turiemo is not in our blood. I have never had Turiemo in my entire life. I was a board accountant at Chifubu Secondary School. For 5 years, I used to have an office and a safe with millions of Zambian kwacha there. I built a library at Chifubu Secondary School. The library that is standing at Chifubu Secondary School in Indola, I built it as a school accountant there. And ever since then, since Bakaunda Bakulirama classroom yada at Chifubu Secondary, Nama World Bank classrooms, what other building is standing at Chifubu Secondary School apart from the library that I built under my watch, under my direction of finances? It is there, it is standing now, it's a computer lab. I have students here who were my students at Chifubu Secondary School. They can bear me witness. I have never been a children. And that office, when I left Chifubu Secondary School, people were arrested for fraud because there was a lot of money coming in. Exam money, APU school fees. So if you are a Turiemo, Tuami Papa, Taikare need a shame on you. You were just waiting. You know, what's shameful, Mama, let me just finish. What's shameful is the person who is in the West doing cadarism online. He doesn't know he's risking his reputation, his career, and everything. You are in the United States and doing cyberbullying online. It's a crime. No, it's a civil case. So you not go to jail, but when you have a record on your name, when they run your name, you harass people online. You are a cyberbully. You cannot be a cyberbully in the United States. And then you are a family man. Mama, you can go ahead.
Na totela sana pamashu yonse ayasoswa na yofika. And for sure, that's why your president wale teleko freedom of speech. Bale fwa yokula unfwa abantu epo bale fika muku kalipa. Pada pene bale fika abantu wa president sabena bale bula mutubili tutatu bale sambilira. Na lalande chibemba ichilelando kutila pakmaira nondo nishipali ulemu. Mule unfa ba putina batuliyemo pakomaira nondo nishipali ulema. Gamwa unfa abantu bakomaira pachintu nishipali problem.
Translation, Mama Maria.
Okay, pakomaira nondo nishipali ulema chilelando kutila abantu nga basosa pachintu imikuyingi mwishile pali problem. Ni mwe bono fuyo kubombera pali ya ma problems erelanda abantu. So kanshi pakomaira nondo nishipali ulema if you wale komaira abantu to actually great government ya UPND. It's not a joke. Uyu walanda liumo but abalelanda mumpali bengi. Ero futi chibemba chimbi chalando kutila akamano kupoma ipamabwe. Efi ni nemfu mukutangala nipa bantu. Mulewe mba putina batuliyemo akamano kupoma nipamabwe. Akamana teti yali amabimbi yende gatapa mabwe panchi. Finiefi yunfu akamana kale isa kale ipoma. Kale isa kamabimbi yale ima. Nishipanchi pali amabwa ya kurusana. Efi abane mfumu. Ifumu teti yunfu kwa bula abantu. Kanshi ifumu ifuyo kula yunfwa abantu nga bale ya bale ikuta. Abantu tabale irishanya. Nishi ifumu ilete kabuli. So imo ba puti batuliyemo mwilala bokutila. Akamano kupoma ni pamawe. Na alami mkusha kwa mashwaya landeba president pa Christmas. Apa New Year. It was Christmas ahead. Pa Christmas bala ndokutila mwebe na Zambia, let's unite. Let's unite and work together. We are one Zambia, one nation. Then, pa New Year, Raisa Landati, set your soul. Set your soul. So na iwe tulie mona puti search your soul. Nga waliba 100% ulepera wa president advise ituntulu search your soul. We ule mona mobu bimsho tulelanda search your soul. Bantu bakateka bajana search your soul. Baka wala bonse inesha kabule yonsa makese zo mwachito kubika mu bookshelf. Kayabika palwangala kati. Efyo balandi. So na iwe puti search your soul. Ushole twala ba president kuya ntanshi na ngule batwala kuya numa. Ule batwala kuya ntanshi na ngule batwala kuya numa. Icho tatulefwa ifwe cha kuona abantu aputi. Bale ya mkudumwisha ba president mchibafu. Bale enda mchibafu echa atulika. We don't want that. Na mungu atobu atulika no. Ifwe tulefanga tualanda basenda botubili tutatu. Kantu chile mbana kabili chalanda utuwala pabu ingi tona ula elo amano tabasenda kuba amano kwachi wabe na bulaya ala tufa uka amano basenda kuchikopona no natika moneko eko basenda mbona kwena bali ito ngabapusha bamachifatu kusema batwingire muri program
yes like anyone brother alande ko yumulumendo waisa before tamulaisa
okay mami Pumi mule senda kwa nangu fie 1 minute mwaberenga kono tuma comments aini.
Okay, so let our brother come and then we'll look at the comments. Wise welcome son Ashna Freeze. Welcome guys. So what is Baputi? Baputi is a bootlicker. Baputi is a bootlicker. Imagine if it was the opposition leader saying Fimba Opoke would have been arrested and charged with inciting violence. It is true. So there is a comment to say, that if it was opposition leader saying Fimba Opoke, they would have been arrested and charged with inciting violence. These people who are surrounding HH, instead of criminals, which will now take us kudia chida KATETE. Mwamona. Even if I never put here number, mwamona. So number we are switching gears. We are going to KATETE number, where our Zambia police were attacked by villagers. Comments on that. Our Zambia police were attacked. In the Chalengere, we were told that there was a murder, some murder victims. Murder victims, villagers were full. So now, if it was Sunday, the breakdown of the rule of law, this is the judiciary, Zambia police. Turiemo is a big disease which has come in Zambia. It's like a cancer. Now, Indiana police. Umuntu ngalishi baba chite kutunafya phone muchiteni release. Ulia mwana bale bamebale raping akamwana ka 5 years old. Bambile 5 years old ukula ka raping until she's 12. The guy was released for insufficient evidence. So you can imagine the family of that girl, because Kalika stepchild. Ba wish ba ulia mwana ngabadi kudilwe. Corruption na ingia Mozambique chakuti. People, innocent people, they are in jail and criminals are outside. So we are going to see an increased anarchy as the population continue to lose confidence in our law enforcement, in our judiciary. People will start taking matters in their hands. That's why we were even talking the other day that Zambia will implode because there is no law and order. Let these law enforcement agencies start doing their job like any turiemo. Ama salaries yaba police na judiciary ngana chepa balundileni so that they can work without being easily bribed. Kuna foreign countries kapo kwa tetunte na bribe. Because they are among the top paid in the country. But kwatama pension $1 million. So kapokola ngaku mini kapa musevo. Kapa inefyo unga they are paid.
is all I can say. They are well paid. So we are appealing to the government to improve salaries of our men in uniform, so they are not finding themselves in a compromised situation. One pin, 10 pin. My daughter, welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, mothers. I've been following you.
Can you speak up a little bit? You sound very far.
Oh, thank you very much, mothers. I've been following you each and every day. Gamwa is alive. I think these people, like the ministers, the MPs, everyone who are working with the president, are being very unfair. You know, we've been here. I'm one of a person who has been in one of the cooperative. They said no, they released the money, we did not even see anything. But if you contact you contact people who are there, they are said, they always say, we have released the money. I think these people were expecting to steal more, just like they claimed to say the previous government did. So these people, they are doing to say, okay, since we are president, they are not allowing us to buy new cars, to buy new things. They are very, very unfair. They are doing things in an opposite way. Remember what made the previous government to lose election is because the people who was working with the president weren't very fair to him. There's no way he will be knowing things from Lusaka to KATETE. They should be very fair to him. They should be telling him the truth. Tell the president the truth. People are complaining about this. People are not really receiving what you promised them. We are not looking for him to better our lives. At least let the government create something. Even those people who've never been to school, at least they should be benefiting. We have Lungush, I don't know if it is textile there, that building, those things, they would have opened it as a company with these money that they received. Instead of importing fitenges from Congo, we were going to start making things from there so that they can employ a person like me who doesn't have a certificate, a person like that person who did not have an opportunity to go to school. This thing of capitalism will never end if the president will not do any, or should I say, if the government of the day will not do anything, including the government who might come tomorrow. Because in Salam, Zambia, Naifula, I'm one of the person who voted for UPND, and I'm ashamed to talk about UPND in my area because they've got evidences of shutting me down, shutting me up, shut up. Look at things, and we are seeing. I went to Kasama Nombadini. Then there are no fertilizer there. They've up to now. Tabarachita receive ama inputs. Fertilizer is not there. Ama seed, they're not there. People are complaining. What is the government still doing? This is bad. I'm UPND, but I won't support this. I'm a youth, and I need to see a better Zambia I can confide in to say, okay, even if I don't get employment today, at least my business, I can have a surrounding to do my business. Now, even business is scarce out there. Don't even expect a person to pay you according, because each person for himself now. What kind of government is this? I am so ashamed because I was expecting not much, not a handout from the president, but I was expecting the government to create some environment so that each and every person can be trading very fairly. But this time we are not. What kind of freedom of expression are we talking about? This is not freedom of expression. This is going to worse than what we had previously. Because if you talk about the president, never watch the TFU. They will read something that you can't even understand. They say we are free to say anything we want. Actually, we are not free. We are going to one-part state now. I think we are going to one-part state. Give us that freedom we wanted. Please, let the government create that platform. Let the government give here, because We people, we are waiting for 5 years. We'll be here. We are not going to die young. We'll vote them out. Trust me, no one is happy. I myself am not happy, and I'm very ashamed. This is not good, and this is not the government we voted for in a zero number. And I was vote. It's not good. It's not just. I don't know what I can say. And the Fimbo Pocket people, they were fine. They were doing fine, praising the government, praising what the president was doing. But the Fimbo Pocket situation itself, the sound of Fimbo Pocket, nobody really understands what Fimbo Pocket is. And they won't keep on explaining to say we are telling oppositions. No, they should, praising the person you love is not prohibited, but praise that person in a good manner, not Fimbo Poke Mlenya Mlesumina. Who's going to nya and who's going to agree with that one? Oh, no. No. This Fimbo Poke situation is, there are many ways of how you can become famous. I can come up and start shouting, UPND. I can become famous. Don't use vulgar language. In the first place, it's not a good language for younger people. Who's going to nya? Who's going to lapira there? No. I'm UPND and I'm not going to support that. I love those daddies, but their language that they are showing us, it is so disrespectful. Whether they are supporting UPND, whether they are supporting PF, they should just stop the Mufimbo Poke Mulenya Mulera Pira thing. We are not happy. I can't support anything of all those things. I can't. Thank you.
Thank you, my daughter. Tumulenya Mulera Pira Mule Pielonda, Wachako Mule Pielonda. But let's talk about Yashi. Because I'm still waiting for an official statement to retract that Fimbo Poke. Otherwise, coffin. It will be the nail in the coffin for PF, for UPND.
Yeah, imagine
0996.
Comments. Send me my inbox. Yes. Go ahead, Anik.
All right.
Thank you, sweetheart. Good contribution. Today, for about you, identify an area. Councillor MP Kwiminina. Chalo chenu. Bemiona wile chalo.
Thank you very much for this youth that has come on the program. She has spoken her heart out, and now it gives people who follow this program an insight of what is going on. Mumitima Shawantu. And she's just one of them who can actually afford a few coins to buy bundles and go live on this program and contribute. Imagine our kukashikishiki. Abashakwata fondi, tabaishwa na bando, tabaishwa na Facebook, but they are going through all this. What I really wanted to pick from what she said, a lot of the youth woke up at 03 in the morning and went, and these youth, they are the ones who voted in PF the last time. This time they wanted to vote the PF out. So they went and voted for UPND because they were being ignored by the PF, who in turn PF came back and apologized that they didn't want to listen to the masses and they were sorry. But that sorry was a bit too late. The damage had already been done. Now, the same youth who woke up to go and give you a vote and ignored PF, you are telling those youth that woke up in the morning at Fimbaupoke. Fimbaupoke means what we don't care whether you complain. We don't care whether you complain. You can complain until you reach planet Mars. We don't care. That's what it means, literally, And so You know, here the young ones coming out and lamenting, and now people are coming out in the open, Queen Mpumi. There is no fear anymore. You know, I wish you were here in Zambia to see. Mama Maria will attest to this, to see how people are complaining. Even if I love those people who, now they have even made t-shirts of Fimba Upoke. Now, will you use Fimba Upoke as your slogan in 2026? Because if you use that slogan, I'm telling you, you'll get this. Thank you, Queen Mpumi.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, go ahead, Mama.
Bashadriki baleva tinala join a shani program.
You can drop me for a second if you want.
I don't see him. Let him follow the page. Okay. You let him follow Mpumi show, and then after we start phone here, we'll pop to Yaraj pick up, and then I'll see him and add him. You are okay, Mama?
Okay. Nalanda primary ashiyo muimishe epota tulapokelera abana kwena chaumfika okuyirishanya kw'abaana. Abaana baleyirishanya apa kalambanga nsha apa kutira kirereta n'obulanda bakwine Mpumi nga wafyunfa wakwata n'obulanda ku muntu onse fye unshibe abakashana n'abalumendo fye balepitamu ukubanga omufyashi wachamwe chonse kwena tachire tulali kotulo pantungani ine for example ni kwata abana pano abashikwete nchitwa balumendo dating na balolesha na tababa na mishinku yakupa nomba tabakwete nchito chala abashani kuli ababana nde ufobulanda ubukalamba sana kabiri n'omutima okulunguluka nganshi kanshi mwebana amashi mwelanda tale pone na panshi yo bale yomfwa kubene bafikulire nsakwe na latu alala na peri ashirya KATETE eyo babushe kuba Queen Mpumi kulya ku KATETE kwena kwali chitikeri ashirya pano esonde kulyoko bapumine bakapokole mintu kushanda kulyoko babolwele alabali bolo na kwene ngene sana tuseke tatuachinya ntire twalase ka pesa.
Oh my God. Yeah.
After Mama Puma, Ukubanaya.
Yeah. Oh, man, the Zambia police. Welcome, guys. If you're just joining, we are talking about how Zambia police was beaten by villagers. So, like, where on earth can a villager beat a policeman? Not only one policeman. So now, which brings me to the training. They did have training.
Ativali bomo tubolo pisa bomo kubana no malali wala ile day alefo kuseka ukubana ya tulie moi ngoba tulie mola pumwa before lona order ta ina tweet ta test to me
kulika video kamulumendo mulambo. I wish I can play that video. Ni mo mwe to me that lamba guy. Chikwenda bazambia polisi chuwa kalifoni imbi kalifoni ile kanani kane
awa na ile kwena ili pali ine phone ita
ala mwe bantu bakwalesa umulumendo mulamba uli ali nsekesha ati kwena
Nikwiza ko mama bakapokola kidya. Kapokolo wapitafe mu training commando. Bakwita kuli riot situation yuku. Kuya na riot gear. Tualela ndapana Zambia police equip your people.
Ewa kwini mpumi after baba naya. Ewa kista bakolonganika pamo. Ukuba tulika pamo. Naba.
Mwandini. Nga mulebe bachi mulalanda. Tulebe bachi mwalitemo kulanda.
Nalalanda okutila tini. Ififyonse fyachitike pali bala bakapokola baumine emintu kushanda. Bisambirira kwiba tuliyemo bakapokola bambi. Ba police changeleni abantu nalimye bati umuntu owamunobe kyalo kimbi. Abantu bamuzambia tabaleseka. Ichichi chitike chilesambirisha omuntu onse. Ichichi chitike chilesambirisha onse. Ala mulino kupumwa kuchilafya bakolonganike ba polisi bali. Abena Zambia na bakaba. Kulishite obalaisa ba mipumyo mubisana. Insala ka pondo. Echa mwiraba. Insala ka pondo kala leta yonse. Apensala bantu yalafika mumukoshi mwalaisa mupumwe.
Welcome, Mr. Bonwell. The floor is yours, our guest.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Yes, I've heard about the comments and everything.
Can you speak up? Can you come close to the phone, to the microphone?
Okay, I'm saying that I've heard the proceedings and how things are going.
Yes, thank you.
But my answer or my contribution is contrary out of that. Okay. I know they were beaten and they were hammered, let me say, blue-black. But I've thought of it that also this gives me a peace of mind from the president giving the order to say they should not be armed forces. They should not supposed to go geared as if maybe there's something. Those people, as they were going, they were not going as because the riot started. No, the riot did not start before them. So after rescuing that person, that's when the riot started. Moreover, even if we are the same people, we are going to say that these people, if those policemen acted, would have found again another law which does not grant them just to shoot anybody, unless if we have defensive like Zambia Army, ZNS and these others. But now because they acted in such a manner, we tend to say that no, they were not equipped. But let's think of it as it was in PF. We have not lost lives on that, on those community people, and what were we going to say again?
So my brother, let me correct you right there and then. No one is supporting violence. We are not supporting any live ammunition on anyone. What we are saying is a police officer should be physically fit to fight. You know, this training, some of these police forces, one police officer can tackle 20, 30 people. Martial arts. Black belts. But those villagers were not armed, okay? The villagers did not have a gun. So we are saying these police officers, they should learn. They should be physically fit and defend themselves. To tackle. Bali nine parianga bali said that you are number 10, you are number 10. No, but Bali, I think Bali would took a few.
Yeah, do you know, maybe has anyone of you ever seen, has anyone of you ever seen a mob justice, how it starts? So can we
know. Because the police officer is supposed to be trained, my brother.
Yes,
we
yes.
are not
Now
supporting them.
And can I just say, a mob justice does not start maybe by one-to-one coffee. Maybe you find some they will get air catapults, and some they will come with axes. Some they will be just throwing stones on you. And for
You
you to
know
reach to
what,
that
my
extent,
brother, we are saying Zambia police need to be educated in these areas. Zambia police, Yama police forces, services in this country, they are the most educated people. They have to study
yes,
psychologically, read psychology,
you-
read the mood of the people. How do you enter? You just don't enter in a village altogether. Pamomulendela 10. Ngabali scattered, you know, watching the situation, and you know they need to be trained. Eh?
okay, I understand.
That's why they were attacked.
Can I give you one example from the Bible? Can I give you one example from the Bible? Goliath and David. Goliath, as they were fighting using guns and they were fighting, Wallace going with the well-equipped assembled, all was well. But when it came to the air catapult, it was difficult for him to handle the situation because he thought nothing is going to happen. So why I'm not, and then there also power of God intervened in it. I was just giving an equivalent to say that a mob justice is not easy to defend, even if somebody who is trained, who is well trained. How? Because you will not know what is going there. But if those people, unless if you confirm to me that they knew what was happening there, where they were going, then that's when I can say that, okay, I can say they were supposed to be equipped. But provided you don't know.
Brother, I don't know, my brother, my son. I think, thank you for your contribution. But the point is, we are not going to give them excuses. They are police officers. A police officer must be ready every time. In other countries, fully equipped, because you don't know what the person is thinking. It was a murder case.
nimona comment apa nabalemba comment ati Bama, you're serious, you are laughing at the police if you were homine. If it was your son beaten like that, can you laugh the way you are laughing? My heart is bleeding. Bama mata tuleseka waka police if you were kwene lekeni ni asukeso. Bama mafile fia tiki omuntu onse first aliseka. Kachako watipai uwo mweo bonse ngata tuleseka. No mafile baba pumi ne ba polisi. Bose fye Zambia yaliseka because chali dabwisha. Ba polisi bapumeni ntukushanda fia. Kachawa chitika.
The whole world, Zambia ipamapa mweche lise te Zambia yeke charo chonse chile kumona ba polisi na wabika kwa chimasaka ya bunga.
Now, Mwishwa, while Mama Chika Monica is laughing first, you know, let me tell you one thing. The police were beaten up because the people are frustrated. Let me tell you, some people take advantage of a situation, even if because the police released Kabwalala, now they took advantage because of the suffering that they are going through, and they took advantage now and said, this is our time. It has never happened in Zambia, but even when I saw vaochana motoka vavekalishana panshi it was really very sad. People took the law into their own hands because of frustration. Thank you, Mama Maria. You can go.
Brother, come in, our brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mama. And I'm actually following the program here. Whatever happened,
yeah,
exactly. Whatever happened, kuchipata first na salt tanan kani ya sapu we had some other issues I wanted to contribute, but now ipoishta. So we have another issue here. So now whatever happened,
quickly.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
actually, I just wanted to come in concerning issue about Prezi Singer. Mama, it's not actually everything we should be praising. We need to help the president. If things are not going well, we need to speak and say, no, these things are not, things are very bad on the ground. But if at all everything will be praising, they'll say, fiawama, tukaria nshonkono no palasti, and the president will say, no, everything is okay, while else we are not okay. So where things are bad, we have to speak and say things are not moving well. And the program you are bringing, actually, you are helping each and everyone out there. But those people who are comfortable, no, we are fine, we are okay. Those are the problems. So when things are not okay, we need people to speak and tell the president, so that president at halfway. Then you want to help me kushitira obunga. And then and that ninkwata, are you going to buy me millimil? You are not going to buy me millimil. You only buy me millimil. Your face say, Mama, I don't have. That's when you say, okay, let me buy you millimil, because you don't have. But when you are hungry and you say, ninjikuta, no one will buy you food. That's the way it is. So the president need to know that background, some certain things are not moving well. And those praise singers who are singing praises are just, those are haters. They are destroying the president. And president needs to know that if he barerufianya, if he to aranda tafiribu, for president, if he said, no, we are fine, we are okay. No, we are not okay. So we need something to be done as soon as possible. Sure. So coming back to issue ya KATETE, Mama, police officers were trained in order to defend themselves and to defend the people.
Exactly.
Now, in the place whereby police officers women to kushanda like no, but we are scared. What of us now? No manga if police officer can be beaten like that mercilessly. What of us who are to protect? Because it was very sad seeing police officers it was something else, and I felt so sad, honestly speaking. Those people are there to protect us. But babafuna molo, how are we going to stand now as citizens? And we are under the police, powers of the police. Tubutukira ku police if anything happened. No manga tuwabutukira ku police tuwasanga ba police na babafuna na baboma. Where are we going to report? Now they have guns. They were supposed to show that those are police officers. And those things were supposed to be done. Parapene there and then. If you have mob justice, kulikuwa ribano kulishama ama fire mumuru mwalisha kwe mfuti. Kutinya kwa alisha nangu waponya kwe chimuti. Exactly. But now kulisha konga isa kumufuna kona ngukuru. It shows that abantu arrest fi. Bano mu apoka ne mfuti, bami poka ne mfuti, then bami bunga nikapa bami ropola. It was not okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mama. Let me continue following the program.
Police officer,
yeah, I'm still scared even right now. I'm
be
scared.
Disciplined. If civilian can grab a gun from you, is a disciplinary action, because you're supposed to defend that gun with your life.
Exactly.
So they couldn't do anything. Zambia, drama after drama.
Hello. Hello, Queenie Pony. Hello, Mama Shikamonika. Hello, the other lady.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Welcome, my dear. Introduction.
My name is Buba. I'm in Kuwait. I just wanted to join because I heard about the policemen being beaten, and I heard about the other lady complaining that the PF government was better than this new government. So what I was going to say, at least the policemen have been beaten for the first time. which it never happens. If you think about it, when PF was there, this could have never happened. Yes? So this could have never happened when PF was in power. But the fact that we've got the new Dawn government and the police were beaten, it's not that the police didn't have their guns or they didn't. Maybe they had their guns or they had, but because maybe it had been told to them not to attack the public. So the public now, the police now can't attack the public.
No, Mama, let me disagree with you on that.
Okay.
A police is supposed to be fully trained to tackle any situation physically, gun aside.
Okay.
Rambo and all those things, you know. A police officer, if you're going into an ambush situation, they should be physically able to tackle 10 people. So police stations, they should have training and gym to be physically fit. So that's the funny part is like these people, they are supposed to be physically fit.
What was the story behind it?
Porridge, you can't look at the porridge.
I couldn't stop myself laughing. I was crying. But now let's talk about Now let's talk about the new Dawn government, though. The new Dawn government, we have to give them time. I think everybody is rushing to say the new Dawn government is not doing this, the new Dawn government is not doing that. Look at PF. How long did it take for them to do anything? Up to now, they haven't done anything. The PF didn't do anything. We should give the new Dawn government some time.
And I agree with you, Mama. But you know what? The border politics are in cyberspace. Information is being shared in real time. This is the difference of politics of yesteryear to current day politics. So the promises were, you know what? Ingatuapita fya 14 hours inkashitishendeke, ingatuapita fya ubunga bukabwela. We are going to 2 years. Have we seen those things? Eh? What time do you need the Huwesho Bunga Bulea Pamulu? Eh?
Is the jet been sold?
Yesterday, let me one thing before I go. Yesterday, our children were being told, Wako after 5 years. But they were told last year, 2022 Mukopa. Now they have to postpone their marriage for another 5 years. So,
why are they postponing their marriage?
We will be now tell that to Inema is an Alefo Kupa, no one on Alefo Kupa. That's why no Baba Kashana because our youth don't have money to go to young girls. I mean, yes.
But why has it got to be the government problem about people getting married? These people are individuals, aren't they?
If you listen to the other girl, their youth watch Sapano. Actually, Tapali, there is nothing being done to empower the youth. They have formed cooperatives. There is no money in circulation. So,
Okay.
Madam Buba, can I just come in just for 1 minute? You know, you have said that we need to give the government time. You know, this phrase, I've heard it several times. Now, my question to you is, yes, we need to give the government time, but at whose detriment? At whose detriment? We started with people saying after it was 7 months, and the people were told, give time. 8 months, give time. 9, 1 year, give time. 1 and 2 months, give time, give time. Now, when you start like this, very soon it will be 3 years and you will be saying, give time. That I totally disagree with you. You know, people are not going to wait for time when they rode on the campaign promises that you were giving, especially that Zambians, their staple food is mealie meal. And so if it's mealie meal and you touch on people's staple food, really, I mean, give time, but at least address the situation of the staple food. One item, the staple food, abantu bakabila okulya. When you eat, you are able to participate in the affairs of the nation. You cannot participate in the affairs of the nation with an hungry stomach, you know. And you know, somebody here, excuse me, Queen Mpumi, but I have to read this from Irene Victoria Chopachikuma. She says, but you people, do you think that the president does not know what is obtaining on the ground? I want you to believe that he knows, considering the fact the opposition leaders have been singing lately, even to the extent of being detained. I gave you an example. A friend of mine was having a wedding discussion. There were only 11, and they were visited because one of their relatives is a presidential aspirant. And they were visited, and that's how they dispersed, and they were called to the police and given a warning and caution. The same thing happened to Harry Kalaba. So what I'm saying is, are we free now in the country to even hold a 15 people meeting? You are just told to lay because one of the people there is in politics. Remember, these politicians, they are my relatives. They are your relatives. Now, anybody kwata, I'm a relatives. They are not. They don't live in isolation. So this is issue of time. Let's remove it. You know, let's remove it. Thank you, Queen Mpumi.
So before my brother you come in, I just want to comment. Human rights number 13 says the freedom to movement and residence. Everyone has a right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state. So this thing of visiting people who are just visiting other parts of the country, that is a violation of human rights. Just because he's a politician, the police have the nerve instructions to disband his lunch. That is a violation. And then also human rights number 20, right to assemble. Everyone has a right to freedom of peaceful assembly and association. No one may be compelled to belong to an association. We are saying let Zambians live their lives freely. Now, that being said, what we as Zambians must start doing, with a police officer who has come to disperse your meeting, sue them in your individual capacity. So that police officer to deny you of your right to assemble freely. Because that police officer needs to know the law and respect our rights. My brother, you can come in.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm Don Oscar. Mama Machika Monica, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. Thank you very much. Good evening, Queen Mpumi. How are you?
Good, thank you. Good to have you.
Thank you very much. Interesting conversation. Thank you very much. And I'm calling from Rome, Italy. Okay, I just wanted to comment on what transpired in KATETE. Actually, I personally was a bit sad on two accounts. One, it made me get convinced that I think there is a problem also in our police service, a very serious problem. And the accusations that probably many people were being recruited without professionality for the past years. And these accusations, I think they transpired. What transpired actually confirmed the suspicion. It confirmed the suspicion. Of course, it's sad to see that police officers being beaten in such a manner. It is very sad. But I was going behind. What has happened? Why can police be beaten in such a way? There was less professionality, I think, and you know, a lot of things. Mama na chika moneka. Bonse mwe papane I think before 2021 elections. I think I was one of those people who participated, and I supported the change of the government for sure. And we were convinced that many things needed to change. So I am one of those people who said that the damage was just too much. The damage to the country was too much. When the damage is too much, how can we correct it very quickly? How can it be? Because any problem with the police, that is a very serious problem. How are we going to correct that problem? It means going back. Who are the genuine people who are there? Who are genuine? These people, most of them, we talk about the police, is collecting taxes on the road and speed cameras and all those things. That's what we talk about the police. Can you tell me when the police did investigations alone, they went, arrested a culprit, and they brought the culprit to book? It is the people. The people do investigation in the position of the police. So in Zambia, it is serious. Even the government, those people, some of the people in the government you are listening here, what transpired, it means it is showing the citizens that, well, we have a very big problem. How professional are our police officers? That's one. Second, once per panel, once per panel, I think I appreciate of Machala and Dapanabafia. I'm always against to tease Walusa. So that slogan is a very bad slogan. Just as you can condemn that slogan, I think also we can also condemn because fimbo poke mwakanya kabiri museke wa polisi kabiri mweyo.
You know, we are just human. It's not that to labor sector in a teasing manner. It's just funny. The whole thing is funny, you know. We feel for them.
Okay.
We feel for them. Yeah. But the whole thing is funny. It's like, you know, Kapokola is held in high respect. But to see them laid there, quite massacre, kuma villagers, you're not even that.
Ilideri ashiri achitiko nomwana omunono aliseka. Umwana wandisi omunono pano aliseka. Namwipisha fishu leseka timami wa polisi bapumwa. Ero naisala ndatinchaseke kubantu ni ndwala. Lideri ashiri lya kuba kalambanga ile mama chikamoneka. Naba kalambanga ba mama matipa. Naba kalambanga ni ba mama kwini mpumi. Tuleseka tunafichitika. But ama results ya filia fionse ya chili ya reisa.
Root cause.
Filia cause. Filia kupike. Ni filia bakalamba balela ndaka liati akasamu na nkunge. Ati tualate akasamu na nkunge akakweba tibeshile. Ati filia isa kumte pika chilapa. kulyokumwa kwaba polisi tekwaba tipandu byana bamukisalirizi n'abaliamu muli fingi ekyo tufiri okwiruka bufu abakalamba okutira firi efi kitike Katete tekupuma ba polisi umulando wako bati bali lufyanya bali lyabo bafunye omuntu aipeyo omuntu awe ifiri muri kulyokupuma ba polisi ya fingi filimo. So it's up to the government understand government ukwiruka angube iruka uberuke ba government pali kitike kitike ababembana bachishi bati kasa muna nkunge apa kutampila ukumiyebo ukumishibisho kutila na tufulwa oko bayikere bali pingana before tabala puma bali lana twala bapuma na bakwate ekiri kumutima bali abantu temfa yeka yo so kanshi babutekwa hapa besuri amenswa yakumona sana efidetika otherwise ili ashitaliri bwino efi yananda lyonse nganda tumuntu wa munobe cyalo chimbi ero mwachilando kutira bushe chishi chinga chitika icho benga chitapa kutira obubu afya na ngubu sanso bwabo bwachingirishiwa kubuteko icha number 1 icho balufyenye kubuteko bwesu kireba kondema ba president wesu twali batemwa icho twishira napa mungulando wako bati utwala pabwingi tona ula ero balanda chamano mambulwa bambi babula pa social media basenda baya bufya bapangiro kwikashi icho balufyenye balishibyo kutila mu butungulushi bw'abanisi baputi mwali ba polisi oba ingishe chef bamwakatyo iwe wala pitafe ku back door kwa ba polisi bamufika na uniform kunu mo kutwali mwana na ma Chinese bali fwele ama uniforms inena alipokelele ili ashirika la mbasana kumwekela bantu minatina tuchula sana kuli baba PF mama chikamonekala ndeni pona lilandile kwata bale ufwa icho bale fa iko kuchita ku making sure kutila baishiba ni banani bali oba ingishe ku back door ba PF because inete tumuntu pa police pa station wose bali ishiba ati abali ba PF aba ba genuine aba bafumye bayingire nchito mulando wa PF bali ishibana ngabale bepusha private lembe nyama names yonse ayo mwamwene tibali leta during PF nankani baba lembera ma names and then baisa nomba ichikwakwa bonsi bali okubatwala kwa mutwe wankokola kwa chungu munsholo eko baya mukubombera basha abantu aba genuine pala pa station yali bani grave mistake bali leka bali abantu bali abene bali kala bali shaka pala pene pa station so abantu bali bapata bali abantu bali beshiba so government yafuka kubafunyapo bali abana na Katete batino batuka bapumafye bakutiru teko kukeshibata tuleba fwaya kwena unapela.
Now, Total, I just want to add on that. And what I'm going to say is 3 things. One, police officers in most of the countries, they are highly trained in psychology. And what do I mean in psychology? They must be able to read the mood of the community they are working in. And so besides psychology, they must know their job training. Police training includes that if there is a murder victim, imiti maira kalipa mwingire mufyo muntu alala afwa tulafurwa. Muntu natuishiba chi alafwa. We are hurt when the person dies. But then there is a murder situation. Then the person to arrest later to be released? No. What should happen if a murder suspect is arrested? They should actually hold that suspect for their own security reason. Release murder suspect. They should have kept that murder suspect for their own security, but police na security so which brings to the point of what Mama is saying. Are these real trained policemen who should know what they should be doing? Report suspect. That's why you know America number. You know in Milan, jewelry. They don't put in one person to Pingulomland. They take 10, 20 people, sit down, and the people decide. Because if you put one person to decide, he is gullible to corruption. Judges 20 years then the other thing were fertilizer. He's not been delivered to that area. And the other thing is Ama cooperative, they have not been funded. So when they see a police officer, he's a representative of the government. And hence, all these pressures were landed on them. Mama, you can go ahead.
Yeah, Queen Pumi, don't remove Vayama Valipo. I really want him to listen to what I'm saying. You know, he mentioned the fact that Padi Fimba Upoke, you are castigating. Ukupuma polisi mwachilaseka. I want to say to you that, you know, when there's a situation brewing in a country, you know, even people take advantage. If you that no sharimo akabamo, no sharimo akabamo, because they've taken the frustration, probably not even about the culprit who had killed somebody who was released. There's what we call now mob psychology, that which they use. Those villagers, believe you me, most of them were taking out their frustration based on what Queen Mpumi has said. O kanshinifi, na fertilizer taidi tule chula, muchalo chesu, ababene bakapokola na tunakanabo. Lekeni tusteshani tuba pume pakutivechive ati muno tulechula. So it's not that we are rejoicing about what happened to the police, but then again, the police should have used their senses and fired some warning shots in the air. Because usually when you do such a thing, then people are scared. People are scared of dying. People are scared of you losing a limb. And so they went by Shide Ingira Mofie, Puria. Echo Bale that no shadimu akabamo. No telefo kupumwa tuala puma. You know, and that is what happens. You know, that's what happens. Thank you so much.
Ilidia siya kupuma wa polisi bintu kushanda bantu bose nabaseka batunachi papapusha nomba twala na polisi yesu mweto mtila yala kalifia abantu imbafu na yala kuilia shia landa mjala de ati ilia shia kufimbo poke ale iwe dia fimbo poke mulenya mulela pila ilishwili bisana ilishwili afimbo poke mulenya mulela pila nelonda lishwi itatufisho kubi ilishwili afimbo poke talipusene na lishwili abulandati
Yes.
talipusene na lishwi ilio balandiro kutila ngola chula lobe kuli dandi crazy ngola chula lobe ifwe bana bakwa lungu manyax tulelila mlemfa liyeshu ya fimbo poke talipusene neshu ya lendile dandi crazy fwe babena zamyat ngola chula lobe ifwe bana bakwa lungu manyax tulelila elo futi liyeshu ya fimbo poke talipusene neshu ya landile ba president ati ubomba mwibala tashani aliya mwibala lero witwisha nembuto akupuseni so kash kwali bamashibiyamo aya pasa umushi akaleba leba tikapenya mushi kwali bamashibi ayo betati amashibi ni akapenya mushi ngawalande shibi ya penyo mushi onse so ifimbo poke na ipenyo mushi onse na liyali neshibi ya leba kateka tingola chura lobe yali penyo mushi na niyeshi wili alandeba minister bamosha balungurati ngole iba fulio le iba nefi ya future when you are stealing ule iba nefi ya future abena Zambia balanda bebeliala. So if we're not
balumbuleni mama chikamoneka balumbuleni so that they know. Balumbuleni ngani boma ni Lusambo mulumbuleni. That was wrong.
Okay. Yali amashiwi yabo mfesha bafyashi besu baboma ni Lusambo. Aya kutila when you are stealing ule ibane fya future. Yali amashiwi mashiwaya. Yali amashiwi yabo mfesha ba president wesu ba Edgar Chagwa Lungu kutila. Ubomba mwibala lelo wipisha nembuto bali ababemba bayirula bebere yaku umushi wanyeka muzi umushi bapyanga imbuto chonse balya unemfa amumo yala kalifya abantu ndani ali nakasaka kanda na matindi aba abantu balolisha bebere kashefyo chi so kwali ba mashiwi ayona umushi na mashiwi aya paso umushi bayeto kutira bakalekanya mukoa ilishiwi lya fimbo poke na shiwaya vi bafili okulikanya immediately because likabalandinga muli mwamoneni abantu bakatita capitalize bali leli neshiwi lya fimbo poke ndabananko lyonse mwana wandi ndabananko yonse ndalanda no ilishiwi lili teshiwi lisumayo fimbo poke ulenyolela pila bushe ulenyolela pila ma PF balenya beta ebalera pila beta bina Zambia balera pila bonse tuli involved so inenga ni kwata problem ana isa ufo muntu ana fimbo poke so inefina kwata problem ya bana fimbe pye poke kapali chinga chitika ndenya ndela pila so bela chitafida ayama words ya so ba akanye bota la ona ulo mushi ilishiwi apa komaila nondo nishipali ulema abantu bakomaira sana balanda peshi boli ne fimbo poke bale yunfo ni hate speech abantu balanda basambira ti hate speech abashasambira ti nilika penya mushi abakalamba akaleba mama matipa balelanda ti mwana wandi ulela makano ngata ulela makano ako palama kaka kusanga muri mwamoneni so kwali bamashiwo tulama ate tulande pachintu bwilya yalepya ishiwili lyali kwata maka lesa pangire kyalo kwishiwi alanda tukube ekyalo ekikulu kyaba so ilishiwili bapya nyocho mushi ishiwili alikwata amaka ero eshiwa abantu tabalaba so ilishiwili afimbo poke bafire bakanya lishiwili bisana tali lefa ikanokula ufika mumatu yabe na Zambia libi abe na Zambia nabalikano kutya tabalefa yokulangusa chala taking anombo buteko ukubaninga lilishiwili kali okula ufika. I
know we have our daughter there. Welcome. So before my daughter comes on, I just want to say that in 2026, we don't know what is going to happen. I wish, but all I can say is, if they don't do anything, we as citizens, if the government changes, we are going to sue those people for hate speech. It's a crime. So I'm here to tell the Pimba Poke to say, keep digging. UPND support until next election. If the UPND loses, if it's in 2026 or in 2040, if you are still alive, you are going to be prosecuted. Because suicide problem. When they were promising I have a social media Fimbo Poke. Mental health, suicide, depression. It has a lot of effects. We are talking here today, Seka, but this is Fimbo Poke is a problem. It's causing a lot of stress. Go ahead, my daughter.
Hello, Mlishani. Nachwa background, Winoshani Bonse. Nachwa background kuno nde umfwako. But first na life tako mix mchinyanja nechibemba nechisungu. Wakapokola bana bamenya. Wakapokola bana bamenya. Bana bamenya echamuse banya. Ero bambi balenda mwiraseka first kutu waseka. Ero waikala panshi, ero watonto nganga chinshi. There is no smoke without fire. Ero, that just rings a bell to say there's something behind the people in the offices in the government. let's take politics aside, but there's nowhere on earth wamfofya tibakapukola nabo boma ninga nivichani bamya wama wapunzisa wakaenda kuma training. Zambia has been put on the map for 2 things this year, katushingani this month. Chechi twanomba nakuli bakapukola nomba what's coming next. They need to research, to go and do a background check. Those people are employed in these offices where they need to protect the people. Because if the police can be beaten, assured a fellow citizen, a fellow person, even they won't be protected. They need to work on this. Education needs to be pushed harder and research. The whole world is suffering in a different way of whatever you can say. But you can't hear that a fellow citizen has gone to insult a police, has gone to insult the president, has gone to beat up the police, the law enforcement. What were they doing? I feel bad to the father, if there were fathers or mothers, I feel bad to the family. But obviously there's something behind what happened. And they can't be beaten to kumsango udia. You know, lesala landa tala pela maka. Even if apa kuya mkuma bakapukola basangwa ne mfuti. Lesali bapela maka. Nawe na wale pepa. Lesa tuachula. Lesa tatuledia. Lesa we report. We do these things. These things are not happening. But these people, they are going forth and they're telling us they're protecting us. They're not protecting us. So there's no way a civilian they're not armed to go and beat up a police in such a manner. That was an embarrassment. So because there's no way people that went for a training, they've got education. They could, people who are in an area, maybe in a suburb, they need to know the people that lives in this area. You need to start the people, even when they are moving. When I was young, they will know your behavior. So the police, they should have known that mob justice, one day, we need to work on those people. So the police are idle. They only focus on maybe drinking and just getting money from people and just benefiting themselves. They are not there to help the other people in the community. That's why the community raised like that and to beat them up. And whatever messages the community has been delivering to the police have not been paying attention. So, Badia, lesa ali bapera maka. So that the government or the authority, they look at that there's something wrong. They need to work on something. There's nowhere on earth. I'm a country, Ziambi, at this country or New Zealand that the police has been beaten. Where? If but they'll make sure they'll put a civilian down. They'll put him down. There's no mob justice. Nomba na balunga no kubalunga na motoka Musevanya nine once that was so embarrassing, but we are very sorry to the mothers, to the daughters, or whoever. I'm a family that know their heads. But you make sure even your child, when he's going to take himself to the police office or to become a police, you should always educate. This is where it comes from, your house. As mothers, we should teach our children. You are going to engage yourself into being a police, but you know what it takes to be in a police. You need to be wise. You need to be alert. So it comes from us parents to teach our children before they engage themselves into getting in any jobs. So it comes from the families. I'm a family, but what knowledge do you give even your children when they go to work? You should know if they're doing something wrong, it backfires. So whatever they were receiving in the house, maybe whatever money you get, you eat. Those are the results. So embarrassed. Mwandini. Chamsevan. Natasha.
Twatotera mayo. Walande Fishinka. Go ahead, Mama.
Mwalanda bwino sana uno mwana kashi batsi. Tachiwa emesana kuma families na bonse. Elo kabiri na chumfisho bulanda lelo. Ili ashiria ngachako ati bali bepa yapo bamonga tatuleseka. Nombe shiba tunturu kunatupatesa mbusha kubaseka. Abafyashi pesu. Bali pumwa kwenu. Bantu kula ku training baya. nale umfafe bale basambilisha sausage bambi munani bambi linsele sausage bambi linsele bambi munani namusambisha abantu pa sausage ila kutwapumwa sausage bambi munani sausage bambi linsele sausage izimesambisha abantu ishi kashi china chile kutomuse vanyokalamba sana kwisa puma abantu miti kushande shibisana era ngani bali abali kwa abaina kwisa ukwisa wabenda ngero kusabo mama benda era baume bakubushibali koso tusapu mwane bakwini ntumi abaume bamukumushibali kutukira abaume bamutamu so bali abapolisi abengi bali batwala transfer bamutamu bali nkoko shaloni bayasanga tuvile chicken
Kwana talk time Malaya. Oh, go ahead, Sunny.
Hello?
Go ahead, Sunny.
Oh, yes. I just wanted to comment on one or two things, of which maybe I will sum up with the police issue. I don't want to start with the police issue because I've seen everyone is really commenting and is able to come out with a lot of points about it. One thing that I wanted to point out is I wanted first to look at the point that was raised, the president promises over. And then it's due time that we have not seen yet anything. Maybe that's how I can put. Or maybe there is something that we can also tangentially point at. That's what I wanted to see wanted to let people that we should know over the promises which the president made, and then also some certain promises that have been made to see whether they are happening. Why do I say so? We start with, I can say maybe job opportunities. We are talking about those things which people are pointing because they have not been done yet. But if we go back to say that job opportunity, job creations, and also employment, you can agree with me that there are teachers which have been employed, which were not being employed in the previous, like the way they've been employed in this new government. You can agree with me that nurses, or let me say health workers, have been increased, even watchmen and so forth, of which was being done secretively in this, in other governments, which I've never seen myself, like I saw it in this time. Already we have got the recruitment of ZAWA, Correction Service, Zambia Army, ZAF, ZNS. Why am I saying so? Because people have not yet talked about it, and then they cannot talk about it because it's happening. When it comes to the promises, and then they said the president mentioned about when I'm voted in power, was it the statement was 12 hours, 14 hours, or 10 hours, then 14 hours, the dollar will be down. There is what we call in political language, a political language that can be used also to win people's heart and also to deliver. I can give an example. In the last, may his soul rest in peace, for this President Sata, they said more money in our pocket within 90 days. But I guess by then, you, my aunties, you, my mothers, you were there, and then I don't know whether, or maybe all those who are supporting, who are trying to bring up some certain political questionings over there. It is just that it is not easy for everything to be done at a certain time, but where we need to, I'm Valley by tribe and Tonga, so please, sorry if you hear me using this Bemba not that much. So where we need to clarify is we need to point out at some certain issues. For example, I'll give, the president has given the CDF. If the CDF has been given, because I can give you an examples of some certain opposition MPs who are working good with that same CDF. For example, like this one for Kanchibia, you've seen how he's working with his CDF. For example, I can also give to this one from, I've just forgotten but if I remember, they are working well. So it is not the president's problem, but sometimes also it is the people, the chain. How are they getting to here? Because you find some people have grown horns being appointed as ministers, some have grown horns being appointed as mayors, some they are failing even to talk to the people that we are trying to negotiate with when we were in opposition. So such is all, we are all blaming, we are not differentiating, this is the president's mistake and this is because the president has entrusted, and it is within Machika Monika's voting, and some names, I'm not seeing the names, the host voting and everyone's voting, that some of the members within the positions which are holding, it's how they had put them. So after that, now they've neglected, instead of listening to the people who voted for them, they've started going their way. The only mistake that I can point out here is, as for myself, I see the president is working hard in terms of the liberating Zambia. One thing that I can give is a lot of things are happening, of which maybe it's having even sleepless nights, but to our MPs and ministers, they are the ones who are going to make you. And I can assure you, to this day, we are saying this, but I'm trying to say this to open up to tell you that on a president ticket, I'm promising you, even 2026, it is a workover. But on MPs, it's their battle, they are digging their holes. If you are not telling, don't tell the president. The president has given, is releasing the money, is telling them. But the problem is our MPs in our areas. You people who've got the direct contacts, tell them, let them move the mountains which they're heaping themselves. Heaping is not good, because if they want to hide themselves and then show as if they know it all, they'll come back to people. They'll come back to people in the villages. Some of them, for example, you saw, that was very disgusting. For our district, like I saw some MP was being posted from the certain district, which was, they said that since the time they voted for him, he's never gone there. He's never gone to see his people. So how do you expect the people to see that the president is working? Whilst they've been given CDF, who is controlling there? You need action-oriented, like the way we are speaking, you and me here, we are able to speak and deliberate about some certain issues. But to those who would just give a phone call, what are you taking? What are you taking? You tell me, no, it's water. Or I don't know. But because it's just a phone call, you tell me it's water. But when I come there, I'll be able to reflect. Let me test if it's water. You've seen. So let's not run out from the bush, but let's from the districts, and then we reach there. And then that's when we'll be able to.
What is your point? What is your point? You are saying we should not blame the president. What is your point?
Yes, my point is not blaming the president. I for one, I feel it's not ready. It's not yet time to say that.
Let me ask you this. Are you married or single?
Who, me?
Yes.
I'm single.
So so in your house, when you're with your mother and father, if there are problems, do you blame, did your father blame you, or do you blame your father?
Now let me come to answer it like this. I'm single, but I'm engaged, and then I have responsibilities.
Yes, so you are the head. So we end there. We are talking about the president because he's the head. He oversees everything, you know?
Okay.
And when we talk here, we are talking about disabled people, vulnerable people. We are not talking about you who can go and form a cooperative. We are not talking about a teacher who has a certificate to get a job. There are people who have been forgotten, you know? We are talking about rural Zambia. People don't have opportunities that you have. We are talking about 20 million people. We are talking about a national picture. We know teachers have been hired, nurses have been hired. They are not even 1% of the population.
But now do you get my point? I
actually disagree with you, because you know what, at this point, everyone voted for HH. He is the leader. So that's why he has to face some form of accountability. We all voted for HH. He appointed the ministers.
But do you expect
Machika Moneka? I think we got
your point. Thank you.
Let
Mama
it to come and
Chakoleka, go ahead. Yeah. Go
Okay,
ahead.
basani chungopo mkulu.
Mkwai mwa festival.
Basani chungopo mkulu.
Mkwai.
Na totela sana kwani mkwai i topic tukwete mkwai katulelana pali ba president it's only that kulifya abantu abali bita pafile chitika eba isa ponesha mo ili ashiya bakateka otherwise if tatulelana pali bakateka tatwa judging ifo ba president muli 1 year na tuishwa takuli muntu inga wami echalo muli 1 year because ichalo cha Zambia chali ba vandalized elo tu ichalo cha Zambia chali chala skeleton. So if we are not against the president, if you believe bomba awe, if we tulelanda pabantu balia abalanda balia abashakwa tabashayishwe nsambu shabo abashayishwe okuberenga abashayishwe okulemba abashakwa tempiesha kuyapanga cooperative bakuti bakwate kwechakaniko chachalo ebantu ebo tulanda po basani ero efimwalanda okutila ba president come 2026 ba president mukabasanga nababuka bemba wa kashika nalamye ba muchibemba okutila nanguli batonga mwalanfu nalamye be chibemba chana umusukubi utukishe mpanga yonse umusukubi utukishe mpanga yonse isabinga lyabola kumutu wene FPP fyonse kubola so abantu nga chakuba twa president balebomba ero balebombolola don't expect that the bakateka kuti baisapula esyo nanywele chibemba chakutira umusukubi tukishempanga yose elio bamono kutira uko abantu bale complain omulandu wantungulu shishilesho nababela ati baba moneko bwino bwino bena ngo mufyashi bafire okamo wangu bayumfira nomba abenyo kwa abantu lekeni niebe so abantu nga elila bamono kwati okulira kwa chiramo chawa mabene ba president bafala ovalo na jombo na ailment baisa pa ground bayumfira baeba abantu babwatino abantu bayirishanya sana pantu ifina ine kufyambwe fyansanga fyandenge shokuisanga muri mwamoneni so don't think that abantu ngo bale complain ni shifumwala chama ministers na ma MPs wake isanga muri mwamoneni umusuku uyu tuchepanga yonse impanga yonse fyo musukunga wali afye kwisuku mweli yawola kuchimuti shonse watawakabwereka kuli chile chimuti so nali ayalowa yonse okayakanira kumata ichimuti nadilireko awe chi so batata mule chita device wino intungurushishesu abana nga balelira panga ndakuba muna bonse wachinshurelira kanshi iwe chinshurelira iwe chinshurelira kushupa ero tusunga bwino abana kairi muka first born ekwali wako ba control the first born wako befeyo so if you tell you we are not condemning the president ba president bale bomba bwino sana mchalo cha Zambia bale bomba kweno kubomba na babomba na beshi na babomba ifi bomba omuntu muli 1 year takwa omuntu inga condemn ba president muli 1 year takwa 1 year cha Zambia cha vandalize cha sanka skeleton bale chimasa masako panono nomba ababa lebombolole emirimu aba bafire baba mona bwangu obutabala n'omutwe pantu benanga babola ku kipepe n'omutwe okabolera kumo efyo tuleranda twalire niba kwinimpumi
Mama Chikamonika, I'll just come in just for half a second, my dear sister. Abantu balelira omutengo wabunga. Please understand that mealie meal is the staple food of the country. Ganshi, limbinejo tamula ingisha nama nurses, nama doctors, nama whatever. The government should have had a way of addressing the issue of mealie meal. My dear sisters, that is a staple food that as a head of a state, let's find a solution. Kubunga fye kubunga. Fwe bonse tuadiri ufolu imbolu wakwa PK Chishala. pamutengo wabunga echo abantu balelira kufye mwe bantu bakwalesa. The rest can come as time goes on, but kubunga kweda mwandini echo mulemo n'abantu nga bayima nachafa okulanda ekibembe ekibimu kwaye bauma bakapokola kwaye it's not a laughing matter mwandi, it's because of this umutengo the cost of living
price
umutengo wabunga kwena balole shepo sana fye mwandi.
Kuli comment before my daughter comes in. There is a comment from Lawrence Chimukwaya. He said the CDF is 4 billion. 4 billion kwacha for all the 166 constituencies, and it's just 1% of the budget. So imagine 4 billion kwacha. Muzambia twababanga 20 million. Zambia is a rich country if they share this wealth equally. Money 4 billion, if I want to work for a Shama 1 billion, Chila Zambian 1 billion. And 1 million, I mean. If they take it, money 4 billion, they can say we are going to empower every Zambian with 1 million kwacha. This is 1% of the budget. You know, this is what I say, what Zambia had winner. So 4 billion kwacha, ngabaibati, for 20 million. We will still have 3.8 billion. In 4 billion, ngabaibati for 20 million. To Zambia and 1 million kwacha. We will still have 3.8 billion kwacha. CDF is a cash cow for politicians. Share the cake equally. 4 billion. Hello, 20 pin. When out of 4 billion, they can afford to give every Zambian 2 million kwacha or 1 million. It will solve our problems. Mama, go ahead.
Inatotela sana bakwini mpumi ilili ashia CDF ya isa muno sana. Ilili ashia CDF na lishupa. That's why nendebe la president kutila ndechita kofia piu kuli president. Bakese ale nepa ground. Bakse itama councillors. Ama councillors eba kabapela information iya chine. If your CDF ile follow kubantu. Abantu abengi majority CDF bale yufira pamwela. CDF bale yufira pamwela ina kwata bana bali kitakale apply ama CDF. Tabapo kapona ngubamu.
Form there is nowhere to get the form. Even my sister applied. Bale pokta apply at kavie ko office kudia yota kuli form bale bachinguru shafi. My daughter, you can come in, our guest. In Christopher Murumendo. Yes. Yeah.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay.
ECDF. Etonale inefanale tonton kanyaini. ECDF nalabwela kuli omwana kashuachi uachilanda okutila mulungushi textiles. ECDF impyashingi sana ngabali stari vamp ama companies like Zambia Railways na mulungushi textiles. Then nishimbinda lama batwala ma farm blocks. Bakula motuma ndo tusuma sana. Basenda ne misepelo batwala mukulima. So that ubunga bwatipa. If you bale for shama CDF nende mnakwati. If you balanda tumumbwa itile mpashisha muguba. Ishinda lama bale for shabaka liafe after 2 years bakabwera bakatampene nsele.
Mama pocket change, Mama. It's nothing. It's 4 billion kwacha. It's nothing. They can even give every Zambian 1 million. Company. People can form cooperatives and start their own companies.
That's why in there and line of Tila, Ichalo Zambia, Vashishie, Vampere share, therefore, Yumbi. Welcome shares, Chilamundi, a certain percentage. Also, Alam Zambia, Vashishie, Chalo Zambia. What can you be a shares? Vampere share,
a politician, Weka. 4 billion in impio ring, Sana. If I don't have 20 million,
kuti vatupera mo 2 million 2 million 2 million chira muntu akuchita project yako va Christopher Iseni thank you guys ba Christopher Iseni
Mama, good
Ines, and
evening,
then
good
Anik, and
evening.
then I'll close.
Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Good evening.
Oh, that's Mom on the
Good
profile.
evening.
Yes, Mama. Mama, you know where the problem is? Where the problem is, we are not telling the president the truth. But President Wesu Tatureveve Chinka. We are busy telling the president that things are okay. Why am I saying this? That was in 2019. KCM in Nchanga, that's Chingola, and Mopani in Kitwe, they went under liquidation by the president, that's ECL. But up to this time, umuntu wale for 3 pini, na inonshitaye salary afora. Tapabe kia chinja. KCM is still under liquidation. So, which means those people are still running the mines. But nothing has changed. And looking at my brother, I think he's the beneficiary from the 11,000 people who are posted in government. That guy was talking about we should stop blaming the president. That we don't blame. We are not blaming the president, but we just want people are there, the advisors, to advise the president, to tell the president the truth, what is happening in background. Mama, 2019 abantu muShoprite ngabaleva bali 400 na inonshita abantu muShoprite baleva 400 nishi tapali fichinjishe nenchitosho abantu nishita bayingira. That's why, let's say, if we look at way back, if people were 2,000 in Shoprite at the end of the month, and this time, a lot of people were employed. I don't know if it was, that was last month, 2 months ago, but things are still the same. Things are just still the same. So we should tell the president the truth. And the ministers are not telling the president the truth. FRH Kappa ground, the president is there saying that things are just okay, but things are not okay. Ukuranda fechinke fintu tafuwe memcharo.
Twatotera we mwana omwe walanda mashwa kankala kabija mugwitisye atishumfa patu nono na pasingi tako fwe.
Awe fita filibwino kumopani uko, you know, mopani na nomba. Tulea mkuisala mwe bantu bakwadesa tukesa mailo. We'll continue tomorrow. Vamutale James, the last guest. We'll continue
just read the last message there from Youth Bible Study Forum about the labor office.
Labor office is useless. President said the change minimum wage in 2-3 months, but up to now nothing. Enfine tulelanda. Tulelandi lo muntu kwete certificate. Uwa kwa tuaya ingire chitom government or ku private school. Tulelandi la balanda. Tulelandi la balanda ba kweba chitaba kwete na pa kumo kuboko. You know? This is whom we are talking. Every Zambian. We are talking for 20 million Zambians. Problem is some of you ulufumolo bengana wikuta nishichapwa. Wasakane tawaloresha na neba obekumuposho kwa jiva neba mavuka shani. Abana bali shani. Namudia. You know, we want a brotherhood. We want a brotherhood in Zambia. We are all Zambians. Kupiano Fimbini Norway, but I cannot wealth because they have more money than people. Same as Zambia. Zambia has more money than people. But in here, I'm an area, never known of here. Why can't we just unite as one? PF, UPNG, what we harvest all our wealth. But name Piesho Tukwete as a country is this. Can we give Ukuma Norway and Dubai, National Wealth Fund? Zambia is in that position. Zambia is in a position where everybody can be on a national wealth fund and give everyone money monthly. Because we have more money. Our wealth is more than our people. If we are accountable, if we care for each other. But more to the extent where the police officer, Sunday police force, my son, the floor is yours. My son, the floor is yours.
So therefore kulanda kona ine ukatete kwini ndi ashira ukatete ndio wa polisi so ndio nitafanya kitu contribute pano sasa sio contribute na pale ale ba fimbo poke ukatete ngatwarodesha namba wanu abakukondema natwakondeme ba polisi twarakondema police commander uachire command baraba polisi ukowe bati kabiyeni kujya uri amuna munyu ine uri umuntu baramwipaye because pakuya kurayoti ilo baleya number 1 kufile mwasenda amatia gas nomba turefu atuishire mushe kugatete takwa amatia gas tabakwa tama wiko amatia gas tabakwa 1050 bantu tete ule yani wewe ya kulugiri wewe ya kurayoti wewe wisore ya nini balepa ya abantu balepa eto baba perere mfuti shaku bakokorona eto baba perere amatia gasi yaku bakokorona ifo kidata bakwata abantu bakwata amagwe yari akiraranda pamamo amarege yo bakwata no bako wali shefuti umuntu take karipo eko mwaposa tia gasi umuntu take mwikari kwawe ketu kiterefa kukoshi orechita nomba turako tuishimye ko bandingo police ko bandingo wapaka tete atulondewere muyo bwigo chefintunga tapa eto wala pero mulanda tishimye mukemo alipata ama equipment yose yali kumanina apaka tete bantu nditwala ko ndema ba polisi kazi tapa bakyonse na futishile nditabako bindi kutibali kwata kirabi babo kumfuti tamwaba bakisenda ke bakipapa simaje bandi shuwa ki kutuma sebanya polisi muri yawe ati tukalipa chini yao mimi Zambia bara idika pesa so kireti achitike baturondorere ko ba IG batupere report yera ya kufule bantu tureri fuaya tuyumfwe baturondorere ndi ashika ukatete ero kuisha isa kuba rugendo abasi mboko kireti abarechita utumba icyaro cyose turetura even from Kiti irene ureranga ndiwa gukiti bati abantu bose bare ibishanye wonse kutwa potera barabeze ba UPN bati turetura usitu araikara mukintu cyakora cyo twita yakufokesha cyo bantu twari bafotera iyo turere bifire kitiki turaranda kazi bifire kitiki niho tureko abantu bonse extendere Kiti ejo bafumishe ko baje bare bati nibakagwarana tangu bonga bali bakagwarana cyo byogenda cyo murenya murena pira bakalamba twarakwaya weyi twara beberamo so kirati kitaba rugendo baria tefe tatufire twasubirisha no kusubirisha in fact tubafireke baba bani ngera yamangazi barabera nge kitabukumba nakabako tekita fulani fide turando kwa social media limo turechita views ikirati kuri barabera mu rumendo tabeshi beto bafunge balanda kubantu tabafire tabeshi beto bafunge basota kubantu koza abantu badechu kusogingisha abantu babanyisha barase zabasabirira bene no basabirisa kuri wali basabira nasi areko kulda pabantu afili ayingi eko toraita kama cyo nabengisha abantu badechu ratabaredia tabaresabirisa abana ubunga bw'abantu kirapire darechu bukabwera bw'abantu kirapire kulinda ko eko toraita direct toraranda pasirayo eko bana yini era ngatwaisa pali udambrando wa kisara ndatiyo bakateka bera bakapita aba ministers na babere ba UPA APF arera ndeki iyo tete wachiranda nizo tete ya PF na bora ngo jibali ikwete so afire baise tera shira kuranda no kuranda yawe because chitesa abachitikira kuti vaisalira abantu vabatibwa tetraiza konse abantu lero so bachiralanda keti achidya tetraiza izire chitika abantu tabapo era omuntu waisala ndoko batofulibwiro filibwiro kwisa iwe ngoreja n'abana bombe wishi bakola tuli bantu bashireka abale ekiwula so natotera sana ili bashikutenga landa kwa Natasha.
Thank you so much. Kuri comment kuri wa Morris Chinkubala Valandati. I love your discussion. You can't lead a nation based on profit and loss. Yes, exactly. You know, a country is not a balance sheet. It's the human beings. We are a diverse community of 73 tribes, and we are a poor community. 70% of the Zambians live on less than $2 a day. That's why we are here talking. If 70% of Zambians were living on $100 a day, I won't even be here. I won't be here because I know the Zambians are comfortable. But I'm a Zambian, that's why to the panel, high poverty levels. So I think we end here. We'll be here tomorrow, guys. Follow, like, share. Why I have to go to work. Mama Chika Monica, last comments. Now, and then Anik, you can close in prayer. Mama, last comments, and then Anik, yes.
Awe kwena nchikwete na mashua yengi pantu kwena mashua yengi abantu na balanda nifye chiwemba chanda ti ushumfwa patu nono na pafingi tako mfwe ero na chiwama teifwe tulelanda iyo abantu abene abale umfa soti eko ifinini eba lelanda mkwai pantu chiwemba futi chalanda soti kufina bomfa kuwasenda so ngalifa batulelanda ngatachile mfuika bwino sana mumatu yabaputi na batuliyebo nomba muleyi mfuila ukufuma kubena Zambia abene imwe mwabaleri ya muleyi kutamule byola tamule mona mafia efiliana ndo kutila cabinet yabakwati ni football team bali abalete ya bola tabeshwa ma mistakes aba mona ma mistakes libali abantu bali ama observers na bali abaletamba eba oshiba atija bola tabalete ya bwino so ilya cabinet pakuishiwa kutila abashilete ya bwino bola bafuile bale mfakuli bali abantu bali abaletamba kofye ama tambas ngefini ababonse bale isapa. That's why mu football team muna bana red card na yellow card abonse bali abashile bomba bwino bala bapera red bamba japo kumpera yellow card bampera yellow card bamona chatwalilile bala mupera red card so kanchi cabinet ngataili bwino kushita komolo shiyama red card na yellow card pantu ile tuwalambo kupera abantu ama red card abantu bala mona kanchi kuteko ule bomba bwino ule mona ma mistakes yale bomba bali abantu bali cabinet bali abantu balete ya bola mwila susha ifirelanda abantu kwena papenepo na bala kwati na imi na pantu kwene fingi kwena na balanda ala so tukufina bofo kuba sendere so tukufina wale mfo kuba le pita mu musala uyu tata wala astu yale landa kufuma pa mutima if you pa abantu na fipwa muma yando ba stata bashere bek bana mana wabutukensala twali le ma.
Thank you, Queen Mpumi. I think before we close the program, I just want to tell people who wanted to join in the program, you can only join in the program once you start following Queen Mpumi's page. Once you start following her page, then you send a request to join. Do not send your number because we do not use WhatsApp to allow you into the program. But all the same, I really would like to thank the people who contributed today. A last word to the men of Fimba Upoke. You saw what happened to your friends in KATETE. Behave yourself. Yours will be very, very hard. Imitima na shikaripa. The people of Zambia are annoyed, and yours will be worse than KATETE. reloaded. Thank you. Shall we pray? It is in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit that we make this prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the voices you have blessed us in addressing the various concerns of our people. We pray for the authorities that they heed to these concerns and that you may enter their hearts to look upon the people who supported them wholeheartedly, and so that they may act upon their promises. As we retire to our resting place, we ask that you send your angels upon us to look after us, for us to wake up safely tomorrow to address other issues concerning the nation. We ask all this through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, my sisters, Queen Mothers. Thank you, Sichava. Muloma lehande, good night. Mutushe wino, tulipano tulimailo. Follow, like our pages, Queen Pumi Show, Mamachka Monica Show. Follow, like on YouTube. We'll be loading these videos on YouTube. So if you miss, you can catch up. God bless you and good night. We'll be here tomorrow with the more topics. If you have kulanda for thing. Mwebantu bakwagisa tuwatotera mwebana. Love you guys.
We love you too. Good night.
Good night, good night.